Well, welcome to review of the tournament. It was West's day. It didn't seem like West was playing every hand. Here is board two. It was a one no trump contract. One pair ended up in the wrong contract. Everybody else was in one no trump. So there's 5 boards and one no trump, 2 making, 3 not. So I thought it might be worth just looking at it. West gets dealt this 14-point hand, so we start with 1 diamond. Partner bids a spade, and now we show the nature of our hand, which is that we're 12 to 14, right? And bid 1 no trump where we're left. It's a pretty standard auction, I think. We get a club lead. Now, the club lead is likely from 4, right? If he's leading 4th from longest and strongest, which the robots will do on no trump when they lead small, you can actually figure that this is a length lead, which means there's 4 clubs in north, and the rest of us have 3. Missing the ace, queen, and the 10 is the one that's a drag, because if we had the 10, this would be a really fun hand. We'd have a couple stoppers. But without the 10, we really don't, and we're not as confident. What we'd like to see is the 9 take a trick. So if we split the honors, right, then we have the ace maybe in north and the queen in south, or the queen in north and the ace in south. And if this is from the queen, then maybe we can force out the ace out of south, but I don't know that it's going to matter because we're still missing that 10, and that 10 is going to cost us a second trick on this. So I'm going to play low, see what he puts up. And of course it's the 10. And I'm going to grab my, if they're 4-3-3, that means they're getting 3 tricks. And I'm just going to accept that fact. My lot in life, they're going to get 3 club tricks. And I'm going to get to work. Now, I have 2 7-card suits. I have a possible lob up to the queen of spades from my hand. And if the king is in north, the queen will score. And I have a sure loser in diamonds. So I'm going to start with the diamonds, get rid of the sure loser, and see if I can knock out the ace. We're missing ace jack in this suit. So I'm going to start with diamonds. And there's the ace. So now I have 2 tricks. So I've set up a couple diamond tricks. And what does he lead back? And this is a curious lead from him. This now is going to give us the diamond suit, right? Because we have the king 10, the jack is missing. So we'll play low. Clearly, he did not have a better lead. We know he's got clubs, right? They should be able to clean up this club trick, but they were looking for more. Getting their 3 club tricks, like I knew when I said I don't mind them, I'm just going to give them the 3, is they know they need more than 3 tricks. So obviously they were searching. Instead, they made a mistake. I don't know. We'll look at the end. And now we'll go to that next part of the hand that I was talking about, which was leading up to this possible loser. Right, so what I'm going to do is I could play the ace here and then play up there, but I'm going to keep the ace here just for communication's sake. Lead up to the queen. And it's good. So we know the king is over here. Missing the jack. And there's the jack. And now we have the 10 here with the queen here, which means we can now set up the 10. But let's count our tricks first. We have ace king, that's 6. We have 2 diamonds, and that's 7 and 8. Right? So we have 8 tricks right now. Is there any chance of us getting 9? Right? Remember, if we give them their 3 tricks, right, in clubs, and then the 1 spade, that's 4, so that gets them to 5, which means all we're ever making on this thing is 2 spades. So I think at this point I just cash out. Right? 8 tricks it should be pretty standard on this one. So pretty simple, just a matter of choosing how to attack the diamonds and the spades. How to attack the diamonds and the spades. And in this case, it made sense to try to get rid of that for sure loser in diamonds before I tried to go for this lob over here up at the queen. King was in the perfect spot, and the jack was doubleton, which was why we got an over trick. Board 5, yeah, this is going to, I think this video is going to be like lessons for West. Maybe not. Board 5, my issue here, and it's actually an issue with the robot as well. We, in learning 2/1, with next steps, we agreed to play an inverted minor. Now, an inverted minor is a bid that is forcing for one round, as most will play it, and it inverts the meaning of 2 clubs and 3 clubs. When we learned standard, right, 2 clubs was simply a constructive raise. 6 to 9 points. When we invert these minors, right, we change it and make the jump to 3 clubs, the 6 to 9, and a 2 club bid. We just leave that as we make that into an invitational bid, a forcing 1 round bid. Of course, all minor suit agreements are looking for 3 no trump. We are not looking for clubs, we are looking for no trump. So the question here is, do we make, with this 10-pointer, do we make a 2 club bid, forcing for 1 round, showing invitational values, or do we simply bid 1 no trump? All hands, all right, all minor agreements are looking for no trump, right? And I have a no trump hand, right? I have 5-3-3-2. We call this a balanced hand. And apparently we probably have an 8-card club suit, which we'll play in no trump before we want to play it in clubs. So the question here is 2 clubs as invitational, 1 round force, right? Invitational or better, which is why it's a 1 round force. Or do we play it do I bid no trump and take care of it here? Well, I got 3 kings, and the idea of getting a lead to any of those kings thrills me, right? And I'm not going to get lead to those kings if we're playing in clubs, right? Or if my partner ends up declaring in no trump. I think the nature of my hand is it's a no trump hand. It's a balanced hand. So my bid here, and it's not the robot's bid, and it was not the bid at many of the tables, is not to support the clubs on this. Sure, I'm lacking a 4-card major, right? And 2 clubs is obviously reasonable, especially as the pots are doing it. But I think the bid is 1 no trump. I really do. My points are spread out. The jack of spades is, I don't think it's that strong of a hand. So anyway, I bid 1 no trump. I get left there, right? And this makes easily. So we had 3 clubs making a couple tables. Good for them. We had 1 no trump making at a table, and we had somebody give away a 3 no trump. 3 no trump does not make. All you need is a heart lead. But on this hand, we will get our clubs, and we will get, once we knock out, the spade is getting knocked out as we speak. Right? We'll have no problems making our contract. So that's my take on it. I liked 1 no trump there, and something to think about, though. I mean, when you have decisions like this is why people get different scores at different tables, right? It's because everybody's bridge judgment is different. I think a lot of that will come with experience. Some of it may be innate. I don't know. It wasn't for me. It took me a long time to come to some sense of card evaluation, of hand evaluation, and I know that I still have work to go. I mean, I have a lot to learn. This one to me seems like a no trump hand. It seems like a 9-point hand that wants to be led to a no trump, and that's why I bid 1 no trump. So on hand 9, we have an entertaining hand. It's got 3 teaching points that I think will be really helpful. The first 2 involve this slam auction that's going to occur. And it's about 2 aspects of bidding, that 2 conventions that I think are so underused by people that most beginners and intermediates are actually unaware that it's possible. So we're going to cover that. And the first one is this aspect of Stayman. And this is not a special add-on or anything. This is how you play Stayman. This is in the convention. If you read the fine print, you would have gotten it. All right? So I've got a no trump hand opposite a no trump hand. These are called slams. 16 and 16 is 32, right? We don't need a whole lot. I have 17, right? So 32 is our minimum. We may have as many as 34 high card points. My ace king persuades me to make a look for one of these 4 cards. That partially because when in these days when we open 5-card majors, sometimes these actually turn out to be 9-card suits as opposed to 8-card suits. All right, we find a fit in hearts. Now, my main problem is, how do I keep this auction going, let my partner know that hearts are trump, and investigate for slam? And we have, Stamen includes this, has an answer, and that is we go to the 3 level in the other majors. So here, where he's bid hearts, I bid 3 spades. And what this says is, partner, I'm interested in slam, and we have heart fit. Now, why does it say we're interested in slam? Because if I wasn't interested in slam, well, I would just bid game, right? So he immediately knows he's interested in slam. Right? So 3 spades sets up what we've talked about many, many times. A situation where one of the hands is unlimited, me, right? Partner doesn't know how many points I have. And we have a trump agreement, right? Because the 3 spades is setting hearts as trump. So we're in a game force, right? And we're in a game force. So these are the conditions that we need to make our partner give us a control bid. And when he bids 4 diamonds, 99% of the time this is going to be the ace of diamonds, because he opened no trump. It's probably very, very unlikely to be a singleton, although sometimes they are, but very, very unlikely. So in my head, I see ace, king of diamonds, ace, king of clubs. The only question I have is what's going on with the ace of spades, the ace of hearts, and the queen of hearts, right? The queen of trump. And now I'm comfortable in bidding for no trump, because all of those answers, I can get all those answers with this bid. Well, I don't get them all. He clears up the aces for me. He's got the ace of spades, the ace of hearts, and the ace of diamonds. But this response doesn't tell me if he has the queen. So what we need now is a queen ask. Right? He has 12 points in heart and in aces, right? Or rather, 12 points in aces. So he could have a queen without any problems. What we need now is to use the queen ask. The queen ask is 1 above the response to for no trump, right? So bid 5 diamonds. It's artificial saying, hey, do you have the queen of trump? Also announcing that you don't, right? And he bids 5 hearts. Now, there's only one negative response to that question, which is just to bid the trump suit at the 5 level. The positive responses are a little bit more complicated. If you don't, the response is to bid your cheapest king. And by doing that, you show that king, and you show the queen of trump, which is sweet when it happens. Sometimes, though, you don't have a lower king, in which case, but you do have the queen of trump. In that case, you bid 5 no trump. If for some reason you're in a slam auction where showing your cheapest king would be above the slam level, then what you want to do is, again, just bid 5 no trump. 5 no trump being the positive response when you can't show the cheap king. Right? So anyways, we have an 8-card suit. In trumps, we're missing the queen of hearts. Right? I'm not going to bid grand slam on a 50-50 chance that I can pick up the queen. So 6 hearts seems perfect. Now, playing match points, I might convert this to no trump, and because everybody's going to be in slam on this hand. I just don't see a reason to do it in playing imps. It means that we won't get quite as many points. What do they get, 10 more points? But in imps, it just doesn't matter. It won't be a big enough swing to matter. And match points, of course, if everybody's in 6 no trump and you're in 6 hearts, you're going to feel kind of silly. So I'm going to bid 6 hearts. And we get a spade lead. So everything looks fine, right? We got ace, king of diamonds, we got ace, king of clubs, we got all the spades, 4 spade tricks, and ace, king of hearts. So we've got 2 hearts for sure. We have 4 spades for 6. We have 7, 8 in the ace, king of diamonds. We have 9, 10 in the ace, king of clubs. Should pick up another heart for 11. And all we need to do is find one more trick. Now, the most notable thing about this hand was we're missing the queen of diamonds and we're missing the queen of hearts. Look at the spots, the high spots in these suits, all right? In the diamond suit, we have Jack 10, 9, 8. Right? This is going to be a hand that we can lose, we can take a finesse either way. It's a two-way finesse. We could lead the 2 up to the Jack 10. We could lead the small cards up to the King 9. Now in this suit, all things being equal, right, it's 50-50 where the Queen is, I'm always going to start in my hand with the 8 of diamonds, right, because it just gets rid of the bouncing back and forth in the suit. I don't need to come back to make another finesse. And I can actually finesse twice here without a problem. On the third lead, the King's going to win. And hopefully by that point, the Queen will have fallen if it's onside. Onside being underneath the King. Offside being the finesse loses. It's in West. Makes sense to me to start with the Jack Diamonds. And all things being equal, this is what I do. I don't know. Now, the card suit's a little bit different, though, in that we don't have the 9-8, and it could be kind of scary if the hearts are split badly. So on this one, I'd ask myself, where do I want the Queen to be if they split badly? And obviously, I want it to be in East. I don't want to have the, I'm not going to be able to get it otherwise. I only have one shot at the ace. Might work, but this is the way I'm thinking on it. So win the Ace of Spades, and I guess that I'm willing, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear up the clubs. Why? Because I'm going to take the heart finesse towards the King Jack. And there's always a chance that if it loses, they will pick up the diamond suit for me. I just have too many spade cards to do that right now. It would be wonderful if this was a short suit as well, then I could eliminate it, and then for sure when I lost the heart, I'd be in great shape. But I think that what I'll do is do this. I'll lead over to the Ace of Hearts and then try the finesse. And it does not win. All right, so they're going to pick up the suit for me, and now I've got to pick up the diamond suit. Notice that you have 2 chances here, right? 2 finesses, 50-50. Like I said before, using my preferred method here is that I'm going to lead the Ace of Diamonds. This way I'm just going to stay in the sand. I don't have to bounce back and forth. If the diamond finesse loses, maybe there was nothing I could do, but instead it's winning, right? So now I can play the Jack, Diamonds, he plays the King, and this hand is over. Right? Ace of Diamonds, 9, 10 picks up the 7, Jack Spades, the King, trump left. So, by the way, if you have 2 finesses, for you statisticians out there, both of which are 50-50, and you can take both of them, what are your chances that one of them will be correct? And that's your homework.